So joining us, so Mr. Gill, if I can ask you, the issue here, is it basically a caste and class divide that's riven across Punjab?
You see, this is, as the news channels have also emphasized, confined more or less to the Doaba area.
Yes.
And this is an area which has provided a lot of migration. And they have migrated to Europe, to Canada, and I think the fissures which are in society there are the fissures which have been taken to other continents. But there's another peculiarity which in your summation, which you didn't notice, is that Jalandhar, for instance, is has had rights based on this conflict.
This caste and class and religious
Hoshiarpur
divide.
has had these rights.
But it goes so much against the Sikh religion, the whole belief of Sikhism, that there should not be all these caste and society shouldn't be, there should be no discrimination based on these differences.
You see, it may go against the Sikh religion,
but the ground reality
doesn't go against the realities of the election process.
So Shekhar, is this tragedy that we are seeing, is it really just a reflection of politics in the end?
Well, a little bit of that, but also it shows you that caste really doesn't disappear. Because of such a long period of peace in Punjab, we've never quite focused on that state. We've been very focused, say, on Uttar Pradesh. Look at all the clamor and demands and controversy over reservations for Dalit Muslims or OBC Muslims. So caste doesn't go away. Now Islam, Sikhism, these were all movements which attracted a lot of people from the lower castes, for example, people who felt discriminated against or who suffered injustice with the promise of equality. But caste doesn't leave. It's a very sad reality of our lives.
Right.
And caste doesn't leave not because the so-called lower castes can't quote-unquote liberate themselves from caste. Caste doesn't leave us because the upper castes can't forget this.
Right.
And that is the problem.
So if I can bring Professor Surinder Singh Jodhka in this, you have a nuanced point of view. The basic division in Punjab is the upper caste versus the Dalit Sikhs. But in this particular case, these are the Ravidasis, who many of them don't see themselves as Sikhs at all, and they're not really landless labourers. Explain exactly this issue, which is slightly different from the basic caste, class, religious divide in Punjab.
One thing is that caste situation, like anywhere else, is not this bipolar division in Punjab. It's not only Jat and Dalit. There are also many other castes.
Of course, there are many other, but the big division, yes.
Other Ramgadiyas and they are kind of so-called backward castes. And then there are also urban Khatris and Arodas.
But
so there are several caste
not meant
groups.
To have any of these divisions.
Well, the Sikhs in 1950s actually fought for reservation status for their scheduled castes. The Sikh leaders fought for it. So caste is not purely a religious faith thing. There's also political economy of the agrarian system. In terms of the agrarian land ownership.
The Indian army has a regiment for Dalit Sikhs.
There was a Mazbi regiment like the Mahar regiment. See, in this case, I think the problem is that this is case of Ravidasis. As Mr. Gill pointed out, Dalits of Doaba region have been quite mobile since 1920s. There was a movement called Adharam movement, which was started by this person called Manguram, who himself was a product of the mobility that was brought in by British cantonment and the new business of leather that it promoted because of the demand of shoes and boots. So they are the ones who kind of started a new autonomy movement